Pisces, what's up? Welcome to your general reading this week with me, Adrian Nelson, your psychic tarot reader. This week we're going to look at your life purpose, and we're going to look at your life purpose specifically in relation to your highest good, to that good side of life that everybody wants. Okay, this is a general reading, so please take it as it resonates. And to get a broader sort of understanding of where you're at, you might want to look at your October reading that I did for you. Your love reading is uploaded. There's a 2023 reading that's coming. There's a November reading that's coming. And if you want to know when your readings are coming every week without having to keep on checking back into the channel, simply subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell, and you're notified. That simple. Okay. Okie dokie. Let's have a look for you beautiful Pisces. We are going to look at where you currently are, what are the direct influences there, and also what is the universal guidance. So we're going to use the OSHO Zen Tarot for that to start off with, going to tarot, end for the message from the universe, and see what we have. All right. If you stay with this video from beginning to end, I'd really appreciate it because it really helps me out with the YouTube algorithm. Also, if any of you are interested in learning to read the tarot, links in the description for my online courses. Okay, I've had very good reviews from that, so check it out for yourself. Let's see, beautiful Pisces. What are my fishes got? What are my fishes got? Let's see. What's going on, Pisces? What is going on? Why does it feel that you are almost saying, well, I'm just throwing up my hands in the air, maybe that's the better thing. Is it though? I feel like you're going to have a longer reading. Let's see. Maybe, maybe not. Who knows? Current space. Trust. Okay. Do you trust in the universe? Do you trust in source of all? Do you trust others? And above all, are you trusting yourself? Okay. You know that meme that goes around where there's a thing that flicking you off the thing and it says God or the universe or source or spirit guides normally, and then there's also a hand that is holding you, meaning that if the universe pushes you to jump, it's also because it will catch you and because it knows that there's so much more and so much better that's available for you, So if you are feeling very pushed at the moment, especially to go into directions that seem a little bit perilous, you look at it, you go like, oh, I don't know, I'm not so sure, should I, shouldn't I type of thing. You are being pushed, but you are being pushed to because there's so much more for you, possibly to more than what you can even possibly sort of conceive for yourself right now. All right. And when we look at something like our life purpose, especially when you come from working with your gut and your intuition, and you're definitely inspired to follow that at the moment, what are your instincts telling you? And your instinct may be telling you something completely different from what is acceptable by the world, what is the almost political correct sort of thing to do. Okay. And it might even be that, I feel that for many of you, you may have worked very hard towards something, and now you're being inspired in a different direction. And some of you are having that argument of but I've been working so hard at this. And the question that is coming up for you is that, yes, you've been working so hard at it, but how successful has it been? Has it really paid off the fruit that you thought it's going to pull off? Because if not, it might be time for you to maybe embark in a different direction. Maybe you're not on the best path just because, and this is very important to remember, Pisces, just because you're on a familiar path doesn't mean that it's the best path for you. All right? Let's see. Remember, the brain also likes to hold on to things, whatever it is, as long as it's familiar. Okay? Because I feel that your emotions are pushing and everything is saying it's catapulting you in this direction. Go there, Pisces, and you're like, I don't know it. I'm going to be like a cat in a tree and watch it from this branch. Okay. Don't let opportunities pass you by, because I feel that it can happen. What is the direct influence here for you at the moment? The dream. And it did actually come out a little bit in reverse. Okay. The dream that you're holding on to, is it really the best dream to hold on to? Like on a serious level, is it? And when you study Osho Zen Tarot, I always speak about this in the course, but the thing about a dream is we live in this world where you are told this is how you're supposed to live, especially for the ladies. for the men as well, but especially for the ladies. Because for some reason, if anybody in this world needs to be stomped upon, it will be the ladies, you know. And so here's the thing. We live in this world where you are told you're supposed to be, you know, well, you're born and then you go to school and you have to do well. And if you don't do well, it means that you are stupid, even though the schooling system, it's been much improved over the last couple of years. But in many ways, it's still really very blah. You know, it's not really designed for growth. It's more, I mean, even when you study something like history, you are not really being taught history. You are being taught a version of somebody else's history, which is often more in the direction of trying to control you as opposed to empower you, because empower is freedom, and the powers that we don't want you to be free. But anyway, so we come through this generational sort of like, you know, patterning that, you know, you have to grow up and you have to have this education and this job by this age, and you have to have a car and a house and a picket fence and a family and a cat and a dog and a whatever, and if you don't, then you're a failure. But not everybody wants that. That is not everybody's dream, and a lot of times we are pursuing a certain dream and not really achieving what we're pursuing, and our heart is broken because we're not getting what we want to get. And if you really for just a moment allow yourself to be honest with yourself, you would realize that it's not actually what you wanted in the first place. That is how a lot of people in life get exactly what they believe they should get, and then when they get it, they feel empty inside. All right, so again, trust the direction in which you are being guided, because whatever it is that you might have been holding on to, Pisces, might not be in your best interest. Okay, if you're honest with yourself, it might not even be what you wanted all along. All right, don't be a people pleaser, because there are some people pleasing here that might be going on, and that can be a person's downfall, you know. Let's see, what is the universal guidance for you? And I suppose that some people are going to tell me that, you know, these life purpose readings are a little bit more serious than my other ones. Well, your life is serious because you only have so much time on this planet. You know what I'm saying? Celebration. I see you figuring things out. You know, this is what the universe is saying to you. If you can just jump, and if you can have faith that there's a higher power that is guiding you towards your own highest good, you will have a lot of things to celebrate. Way more than you even sort of like perceive for yourself. All right, let us clarify. Let us clarify. What is it that Pisces needs to know? Let's go with that sort of, and I really get coming up broken dream, and broken in the sense that it's pursuing something that is not actually for your highest good. All right, it's a broken dream because like when you get it, it doesn't feel fulfilled. It's like the dog that chases the car. If you ever one day catch the car, what is your intention with the car? You know, that sort of thing. And I wouldn't say it's so much about chasing empty dreams. It might just be empty for you. It could be perfect for other people. It could be perfect for all the other 7 billion people on this planet, but just not for you. Okay? And remember that the people that, now I'm not saying that you should go out there and be a complete sort of rebel or anything like that, but the people that really bring about positive changes in the world, like OSHO, for example, those are the people that sort of followed their own life. They went their own direction. And all of them did it. OSHO, the Buddha, Prophet Muhammad, you know, peace be upon him, Jesus, Hare Krishna, Mikao Usui, the founder of Usui Reiki, Aleister Crowley, the founder of Thoth Tarot. Those are all people that sort of followed their own direction. And not everybody was on board with that. They were like, you got to stop this, you know. And I feel that some of you have that inspiration as well. You have the opportunity to leave a real mark on this world, a positive mark, by following your guidance. You got the 3 of Cups, the 4 Swords energy, and the death and rebirth energy. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful things. You know, there was a lot of hurt for many of you, but there's also a rebirth that took place. You are not that person anymore in the past that was hurt and maybe, you know, got yourself into codependent sort of things and situations and whatever. You're not that person anymore. So don't be too afraid to go for your own good, okay? For your own goal really is what came up. I'm going to say it again. Don't be afraid to go for your own gold. Okay. Let's clarify your current space. This whole trust vibe. But why? Let's see why. Knight of Pentacles, High Priestess, and they say from the bottom of the deck, the Seven of Swords. You are ready to go into really prosperous directions now. Things they'll probably, and I don't know how comfortable if you might be with this, but that will probably bring you a lot of public recognition, maybe success, not necessarily international fame or national fame, but you know, maybe in your town, maybe in your workplace. Follow that life. You know, this is a space where you are actually meant to lead. Following your gut, following your guidance, following your intuition. And yes, as you go forward, you will see going forward parts of yourself that need healing, that you don't like, that you maybe are still not in your best standing. But that sort of goes hand in hand with success in any case. You know, you see things that are not of your highest good, but then you have the opportunity to heal them as opposed to almost being pushed down by them. Yeah? Let's clarify this celebration energy, direct universal influence, because something beautiful has started in the past. Maybe, you know, you've taken the step by step by step by step by step, and now you're ready to, maybe something that you just dreamed about is now, you know, ready to really come true for you. And sometimes that can be scary, you know, because as Nelson Mandela used to say, that man's greatest fear is not sort of like not making it. I'm not paraphrasing exactly, but this is what it came down to. Man's greatest fear is actually success. And in many ways, I can really agree with that, you know, because once you're there, you cannot sort of like unbe there, you know, it's scary. You got the Judgment energy, the Lover's energy, and the Temperance energy. Let go of your past ideas, allow new things to come in, allow love to come in, faith, trust, you know. Try to not have, you know, a lot of times we are wired, and the thing about you, Pisces, is that sometimes people do take advantage of you because of your good nature, you know, and your tendency to really see the good in others before you see the bad in them. And I can tell that a lot of people have been taking advantage of you, but remember, you are not that person anymore. You are different now. Your discernment is different. Try to not look at everybody in the sense of how will they hurt me, you know. Yes, there's a lot of learning that you're doing and still doing going forward. You're not 100% there, but there's such beautiful growth for such beautiful potential here, but you've got to trust yourself. Others too, but especially yourself, all right? Taking that path sort of like less traveled, basically, okay? And I feel that if you don't, you may have a good life, but you won't really have that fulfillment that you might see, okay? Let's see what the universe is giving you. One card flipping right out. Page of Cups in reverse. Again, speaking about not giving yourself, you know, holding yourself back. Justice energy and the Six of Coins. If you can really have trust right now, things can work out really, really, really well for you, beyond your wildest expectations. But you got to give yourself that chance. Okay? So I hope that helps, Pisces. That's what I got for you. If it resonates with you, I'd really appreciate you liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing. I'll see you next time. Much love.